Good morning everyone. I am Ajish Babu. So we will continue with our video series Game Development using Unity. So in the previous videos we were seeing what are the roles and responsibilities of some of the employees who are working in the gaming company. So just imagine that we have completed the game. Okay, we have completed the game. So we have followed the pre-production, then we completed the production phase, and the programmers, designers, and producers, they all worked for this product, and we created a final product. And now we have to just release that game, and the users will play the game. Okay, so that is the only thing that is remaining. But even though our product is finished, our game is finished, we cannot just release that game to the public. Okay, so because there could be a lot of mistakes or the bugs like crashes will be there. So there could be a lot of issues with that product. So first we have to test that product internally, that is inside the company. After that only we can release that product to the public. Okay, so that is where the testing comes. Okay, so first we have to check the product to check whether there is any mistakes or errors, or whether that game is crashing while playing. So we have to check all these things. So the game testers are the very important and crucial member of the game development company, and without testers we cannot function a game development process. Okay, but it is not necessary that all the companies will be having the specialized game testers. Okay, so it is also possible that the developers or designers will act as testers, and they will test the game and release the product. So what we have to think is that we have to realize is that is the number of testers. That is also depends on the size or the capacity of the company. So if you are a small indie game studio, then there you will be the person. Or if you are only a couple of designers and developers coming together to develop a game, then maybe you will be the persons who will be testing the game. There will not be any specialized testers for testing that game. So that is also possible. And if you are a big studio, then there will be a team of testers who are doing the specific department of testing. That is also possible. So the number and the functionalities of the responsibilities of the testers could vary depending on the size of the company. Okay, so that is also possible. So how is the testing is done? Okay, so that is what we are going to see. So after a product is finished, after a game is finished, the developer will hand over this product to a tester. Okay, so tester will play the game and find out the mistakes, or if there is any functionalities which is not mentioned in the game design document, or which is not should not be the part of that game, then the tester will note it down, and he will also note it down whether if there is any crash is happening while playing the game. So everything is noted down, and just they will send that uh, data to the developers. Okay, so they will send that to the developers that there is a issue with this particular part of the game, and they may also send them the how to reproduce that bugs. Maybe if the tester when the tester plays a game, there could be a error happening. Okay, but it is also possible that when the developer plays that game, that error will not come, because he may be playing in some other method. Okay, so other way he may be playing that game. So the tester will tell the developer that how to reproduce that bug. Okay, so that will also the instructions will be given to the developer, and the developer will play that game according to the instructions given by the tester, and he reproduces that bug. And when he gets that bug, the developer will rectify that issues. So the developer could be the programmer or the designer. So it could be the mistakes in the designing department or in the programming department. So the concerned department will rectify that issue, and it will be sent back to the testers. Then what the tester does is that he will check whether that error is actually rectified or not, and he will give the report that okay, that error is rectified, and he will approve that this developers this changes. Okay, so it is not like when we give that product to the testers, there will be one or two mistakes will be there. So there could be tens or hundreds of mistakes could be there. So when we test it, the product for the first time, then there could be hundreds of mistakes could be there. Okay, and these reports are all sent back to the developers, and the developer will check one by one all the instructions and the mistakes noted by the tester, and he will rectify those mistakes and send back. And this is also possible that when one mistake is rectified, the another one, the new one gets introduced. So that is also possible. So this tester's duty is not just to check the whether all the errors are rectified, which was there in the previous list. His duty is also this includes whether any new bugs are introduced while rectifying the old issues. Okay, so that is also he has to check. Then according to the type of people that they are involved in the process of this testing, so we can divide this process into two main types. One is the alpha testing, and the next one is the beta testing. Okay, so alpha testing is done when the alpha version of the product is released. So that is this product is distributed among the employees of the company, and this testing is done among the testers and the developers, not anyone from the outside the company. So uh, when they test among themselves, they can find a lot of new bugs and errors, and they can rectify those mistakes. So that is the alpha testing, where the product is tested among the employees of the company. So next is the beta version, okay, beta testing. So that is when the product is released to the public, that is the target audience, and the public test the game. So you can see that whenever we buy, whenever we use a product, okay, so use a game engine, they will mention that it is a beta version. So if it is a beta version, then we can assume that there could be errors, okay, there could be bugs. So if a user notes down a bug or a mistake, he can report that bug to the company, and the company will note it down, and they will rectify all the mistakes that they get from the beta version. After checking all the mistakes and they rectifying all these mistakes, they release the final game or the final product to the public. Okay, so that is the alpha version and the beta version of the testing. Okay, so that is the main two types of testing. Then there are different functions for the responsibilities for the testers. One is that he has to check whether everything is working fine as per the document, and if there is any crashes, everything he has to check. That I have already mentioned that. Then the next one is he has to check whether all the guidelines are followed, because when you create a game for a particular platform, then you have to follow the guidelines that is set by those publishers. Like if you want to release the game to Android or iOS or any console devices, then the these manufacturers or the, for example, the Sony, okay, or the iOS, Apple or Android, they will be, they must have set a few guidelines which all the developers has to follow. Okay, then only they will publish those games to their platforms, and so the testers has to make sure that all these guidelines are followed. Otherwise, what happens? When they give this game for publishing, they will test it. The publishers will test that. Then they will find that some of the guidelines are not followed. Then what happens? They will send back the game to the developers. Then they have to rework on that. They have to rework on that and send it again. So it is the time and cost is wasted on these processes, and they may miss the maybe a festival date of releasing that game. Then that will be lost to the company. So the testers has to make sure that all the guidelines are followed. Then the testers will not check only with using one device. He will be testing with the multiple devices or the multiple platforms. Maybe the game is getting released to the PC, online, or the mobile platforms. Then he has to check whether the game is working properly on the multiple or the different platforms. Okay, so that he has to check that. So it is he will be testing that game with the multiple devices and on the multiple platforms to check whether all the platforms the game is working fine. Okay, so that is the duty of a tester. Then the next next one is that whether that any new bugs are introduced while testing the games. That is also I mentioned that when the old bugs are rectified, that there could be new bugs introduced. Okay, so that maybe developer may not have noticed that, but the testers has to check that in all the departments or all the parts of the game, and check whether any new bugs are introduced. Then the next responsibility of the tester is if to check the capacity or the how efficient that game is while playing with multiple users. Okay, so if it is a multiplayer game, then he has to check whether how many people can play that game without any delays or without any loss of quality. So if you are creating a massive multiplayer game, then you have to check whether 100 people can play the game smoothly, or 1,000 people can play the game smoothly, and how much load that the game can take when the number of users who is using the game at the same time. So that they have to check. So this mainly happens when you are creating a multiplayer game. So if it is a single player game, then you are the only person who is playing the game, so it doesn't matter much. So he has to check how many players can smoothly or efficiently play that game without the game getting crashed or having the loss of quality like that. Okay, so that is the another functionality of the tester. Then according to the way that testing is done, so in that case we can divide that testing into two main types. One is the white box testing, other one is the black box testing. So white box testing is done by the developers, mostly the developers who know how the internal code structure functions. Okay, so if I am a programmer, I know that there is loops, or where there are conditions, and where there are the other programming functions are there. So I will be mostly checking whether all these internal codes are working fine. So that is the white box testing, where I will be checking mainly the internal code structure. And the other one is the black box testing, where the tester doesn't know the internal code structure. So what he will be doing is that he will be only giving inputs and will check whether the desired output is coming from that from the inputs. So he will check if I click on a button, if I click on a play button, then whether that game is starting playing. Okay, so that is the functionality I will check. Then if I click on the quit button, whether that game is closing. Okay, so it is quitting. So that will be checked. So that is the main black box testing, where the tester will give an input and he will check whether the expected output is happening or not. Okay, so that is the black box testing. Okay, so that is the two main types: white box testing and black box testing. So I hope you understood some of the roles and responsibilities of the testers. And so as I mentioned, so number of testers, or whether any testers are there in the company, that depends on the size of the company. Okay, and sometimes what the companies does is that they will hire the testers only for the part time. That is when the product is getting finished, and before releasing they will hire the part-time testers and they will test the game. Okay, so they may not be employed full time, okay, for the game. But this is also possible that the testers are they working, they are full time and they are involved from the pre-production state. Okay, so normally the testers job comes in the after the production, whether during the start of the post-production. But in some cases, they get involved from the pre-production stage. Okay, and they give suggestions for to the entire department from the beginning itself. So that is also possible. So testing is one of the main or the important department of the game development. Whether there is a specialized testers are there or not, but the testing should be there. Okay, so that is very important. Without testing, you cannot release that game. So maybe if you are not in the game development field, then you may think that tester's job is very easy. You have to just play the game and find the mistakes, and you also get paid for that. You can play the game all the time, and you get paid for that. Yeah, that is right. Your job is to play the game, and you will get paid for that. But it is a very difficult and complex department, because you have to test it in different ways and find out the as much bugs as possible. So you have to creatively play that game to find out the mistakes. So it is not very easy as it sounds. It is a difficult job, and it is a very, in the same way, it is a very interesting job. So that is the some of the roles and responsibilities of the testers, and I hope you understood today's class, and we will continue with this series in the next videos. And thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much.